What's up, everyone? I got a game today against a guy by the name of Aworldofcake, which is an incredible thought just in itself. And I'm using the Sand team against his relatively unconventional Sun team. Running a bit low on Black 2, White 2 battles, but that's not much to worry about because I could just go and stream soon and get some more battles, so that's probably going to happen in the next few days. Also, Black White 2 in English is coming out, so that'll be cool. Also, new background stuff is so freaking cool. I thought the cityscape was the one that really suited me. I like it a lot, and I'm probably going to use this one most often. I might change them up, but yeah, shoutouts to youtube.com/Cafotix. He's the dude who made this all possible, so go check his stuff out. I'll put his link in the description. Anyway, getting straight into the game, I decided to lead off with Wobbuffet, thinking that he would have Ninetales as his lead, and if that were to be the case, I could potentially trap Ninetales from the very start of the game and be able to, you know, just eliminate his weather and make my weather happen for the entirety of the match, give me a straight up advantage. But he leads off with a Hitmonchan. I lock him into the Drain Punch with my Wobbuffet, and then I go straight out into my Landorus. Even though I could have counter killed that Hitmonchan, it would have taken a long time to do, and I didn't really want to sit through doing that for a long time. So I go into Landorus. He's obviously locked into the Drain Punch and has to switch, so I get a free substitute as he does, and he goes into Porygon 2. Now Porygon 2, a little bit annoying because it is very bulky with the Violet and such, so I'm going to have to take an Ice Beam to the face, and my substitute's going to go away, but at least I get off some solid damage with the Earth Power, and unless he finds a window in which to recover, I should be able to force him into a nasty situation with like a superpower from T-Tar or something else threatening. But for the meanwhile, I'm going to switch back out, and I believe go back into Wobbuffet, because at this point I'm thinking I can pretty much shut down Porygon 2 straight up right here. He can try and I guess go for a status effect, and if he does that, if it's like T-Wave, I can go straight back into Landorus, and that so happens to be the case. So he T-Waves me, I believe I go for the Encore, locking him into it, and obviously he has to keep going for it. Now that he is locked into such a move, I considered going to something else, like Shuckle to take the T-Wave and then maybe set up a Toxic and do some other stuff, but I didn't feel that was the best thing. I could have obviously knocked off his Eviolite as well, but I thought, you know what, he is locked into Thunder Wave, Landorus is right here, just waiting to be used as a ground type, so that's what I did, go straight into Landorus, and I decided to, I believe, substitute again, which I guess is a little bit of a silly play. I should have just straight up gone for the Earth Power, because I would have been able to 2-hit KO this Hitmonchan as opposed to substituting, then Earth Powering, then having to switch out again because my sub is broken by a potential Ice Punch. So go for the Earth Power, and I believe it does a decent amount, probably around 70% actually, because the Sand isn't up, so I don't have my, oh no, I don't have Sand Force, I have Sheer Force. Yes. Anyway, no, I kill him. Wow, I didn't realize that. That kind of sucks. I straight up kill him with a crit, and I'm now kind of left here with a sub to sit behind, which is pretty fantastic for me, honestly, but means that he's going to have to take a lot of damage with his Porygon 2 in order to eliminate the problem that my Landorus poses for him right now. Wow, okay, Landorus on a rampage as he crits twice in a row, back-to-back crits there, so that kind of blows a bit. Those both mattered significantly, and I don't know how it would have affected the flow of the game had they both been survived, been able to survive, I guess, but oh well, that's what happens. He goes into this Latias, and I went for the hidden power thinking it was ice, and apparently it's fire or something like that, because I thought I gave this guy HP ice, but apparently I gave him HP fire. For some reason, Ferrothorn probably, I don't know why, doesn't really make much sense, but oh well, that's what happens. So I'm going to switch out and go into my thing guy, Wobbuffet, because I want to trap this Latias, and it's annoying, and it would be a pain in the ass for me to deal with otherwise, and I don't want him setting up screens for the rest of the game, so it seemed like a good idea at the time. Unfortunately, he roars me straight out as I get roared into my Lucario. Now, I don't really want to stay in on the Latias with Lucario, so I'm going to switch, and I guess he doesn't want to take a crunch, so he's going to switch as well and go into his Medicham. So we get this Nubs versus Medicham situation, which I'm not too pleased with, because obviously Nubs does not have any defensive investment. He has 0 defense EVs. He's max Spadef, max HP. So I take the high jump kick well enough, but you know, it's not a special hit, so it's not something that Shuckle's going to be sponging today. I get off a Toxic in the process, but definitely going to want to switch out, and I have the perfect switch in. Of course, again, Wobbuffet really turning out to be the MVP so far in this game. He's done a lot of damage in terms of, well, allowing Landorus to set up, as it were, sort of second-hand damage instead of doing the damage himself immediately. But as it stands, we have Wobbuffet here, alive and kicking, or alive and being kicked, as it were. Getting paralysed, unfortunately, due to that T-wave from earlier, means I don't get off the counter on that hit, but hopefully, if it doesn't happen again, I should be able to counter the Medicham and take him down. In any case, if I do get paralysed, it's not the worst thing in the world, because I do have the Toxic on the Medicham, and that is slowly chipping away at him, so he would at least have been taking himself down significantly from that if I just got fully paralysed all the way there. But in the end, I'm able to break out once at least. He hits the high jump kick on the turn that I counter, and we're home free. Or so I think, because obviously Darmanitan is still a threat, and as long as Ninetales is still around, does he get up the sun? If he does, then, well, I'm going to be a little bit screwed if he is a Scarf variant. And looking at it, it looks kind of scarfed or banded because he's not taking Life Orb recoil. And at this point, I thought, okay, I can go into T-Tar. He's most likely going to be choice locked, and he's most likely going to have to switch into his Latias, so I go for the crunch expecting it. Unfortunately for me, I forget, obviously, that Darmanitan gets Sheer Force, and Sheer Force hides the Life Orb recoil, just like with a Nidoking. Therefore, when he goes for the Earthquake here, I see the Life Orb, and I'm like, wait, how did that, what? And I just kind of remembered, oh yes, Sheer Force, that's a thing. So that kind of screwed me a little bit, meant that T-Tar lost a lot of HP than it really should have, and unfortunately it puts me at a worse footing for later on when I want to use this guy, because Scarf T-Tar is really going to be useful for the end game here. It outspeeds his Latios, it was Latias, sorry, so it should be able to crunch that, and outspeeds the Ninetales, so I should be able to demolish that with a Stone Edge. But for the time being, I didn't really have a switch that I wanted to take a Fire Blast, so I thought Ferrothorn is sitting around, is going to be completely useless for the rest of this match. Go for him as death fodder and see what happens or what comes from that. And then I do a really stupid move, which is I go to Shuckle without sand up, which is an astonishingly stupid idea, because without sand, Shuckle cannot survive a sun-boosted Flare Blast. Flare Blast? Yes, a Flare Blast. He cannot survive. Which means it's going to really be down to this T-Tar to clean up, and I basically have to hit Stone Edges in order to do so. So, go for the Stone Edge on the Latias as it switches in. I could have gone for the Crunch there, but I didn't want to risk it had the Ninetales stayed in and not died from a Crunch. I really didn't want that on my plate, so Stone Edge was the way to go, and it does look like a 2-hit KO, especially, I mean, after Lefties doesn't bring him back over half, I should be able to take him out, and I do take him out, so it was all going to come down to this last little play here with the Ninetales, whether I can hit the Stone Edge or not, and here we go. Is it going to happen? I don't know, maybe, maybe not. T-Tar has a problem sometimes in Stone Edge, but he is going to be able to hit it today. He's going to bring me some salvation, and Ninetales is going to go down as I believe I win that 2 or 3-0 maybe, because I still had Lucario left, of course. Lucario and maybe Landorus. Was Landorus still alive? I can't remember. But I had some guys left who could do some damage, so all was not lost had T-Tar gone down, but just made my life a lot easier hitting those Stone Edges. Anyway, that's going to be the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, feel free to leave a like rating below. That really helps me out, guys, and I do appreciate it when you click that button. Does a lot of work indeed. If you want to check out the previous battle, RU battle below, not below, on the screen right now in the previous video, you can check that out. Otherwise, I should probably be streaming sometime soon, hopefully, just to get some more battles backed up, and yeah, Black White 2 in English coming out, so that should be a lot of fun as well. I'm going to be playing through the actual game of that, because I want to play through it in English. Fuck the Japanese version. I want to actually play through the game in English. I can't read Japanese, so it wouldn't make sense to. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'm done. I'm a rambling man, and this is that. So I'll see you guys next time. Thanks very much for watching. Goodbye. What's up, guys? Got a game here today against a gay. Fuck.